Very good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Ashwarya Kapoor. Here are the headlines. Election Commission puts off polling in Tripura East seat from second to third phase, says law and order not conducive for fair polls. Election to Tamil Nadu's Vellore seat cancelled after huge cash recovery. 95 seats to go to polls in the second phase now. In campaigning for third phase, Prime Minister Modi to campaign in Maharashtra's Madha constituency, address multiple rallies in Gujarat. Amit Shah on campaign trail for third phase polls. Schedule includes rallies in Dhenkanal and Baramba, roadshow in Cuttack. Rahul Gandhi to campaign in Kerala. Indonesia goes to polls in biggest ever single-day election. 193 million people vote across 17,000 islands for presidential and parliamentary polls. Close contest between President Joko Widodo and ex-General Prabowo Subianto. And on Mahavir Jayanti, President, Vice President and Prime Minister greet people, say Lord Mahavir's message of peace and non-violence still relevant in today's world. First up, let's get you all the election-related news. It is just one day to go for the second phase of polling for Lok Sabha elections. The 95 Lok Sabha seats across 11 states and 1 union territory will go to polls in the second phase on Thursday. 38 seats in Tamil Nadu, 14 seats in Karnataka, 10 in Maharashtra, 8 seats in Uttar Pradesh, 5 seats each in Bihar, Assam and Odisha, 3 seats each in West Bengal and Chhattisgarh, 2 seats in Jammu and Kashmir, 1 seat in Manipur and Puducherry will vote in the second phase. Also, voting for 35 assembly seats in Odisha will take place in the second phase on 18th of April, that is tomorrow. The Election Commission has announced the postponement of polling in the Tripura East Lok Sabha seat to the third phase on 23rd of April. The constituency was supposed to go to polls in the second phase on 18th of April, that is tomorrow, and the Election Commission said that the prevailing law and order situation there is not conducive for holding free and fair polls, citing reports of State Chief Electoral Officer and Special Police Observer. The returning officer had feared that miscreant elements may thwart the polling process in the constituency, and based on the ground and intelligence reports, he had requested for additional central police force there. And also, Lok Sabha election to the Vellore constituency was cancelled on Tuesday following recovery of a huge amount of cash allegedly from a DMK candidate's office a few days ago. President Ram Nath Kovind rescinded the notification to hold the election to the seat based on the recommendation made by the poll panel on Monday. The polling here, that is in Vellore, was scheduled on 18th of April, that is tomorrow. And the EC took the decision after the district police filed a complaint against the accused, Kathir Anand, as well as 2 party functionaries on the basis of a report from the Income Tax Department on 10th of April. And our colleague Rajat Ken is joining us live from Puducherry. Rajat, now Puducherry has been a Congress bastion for several decades, and in 2014 it had voted for a splinter group of the Congress party, which of course sided with the NDA. How does the contest look like this time, and what are the key issues for the people of Puducherry?
Well, thanks, Ashwarya. This has been, you rightly said, it has been a Congress bastion, and even the splinter group of the Congress was the only party that has won elections here besides the Congress candidates. Now, here in this election in 2019, we're seeing more local issues dominating the fray. There are issues concerning the GST here, there are issues concerning the local administration. So both the sides I spoke to yesterday, one side, which is the Congress candidates, say there are issues concerning aid from the central government, which is not reaching to its benefactors here, beneficiaries here. And when you speak to the NR Congress candidate, which is the main opponent, he said that there is local administration collapse here. People are not happy with the local government. So be it Tamil Nadu or be it Puducherry is just nestled along the coast of Tamil Nadu. So more or less issues would be echoing in both the state of Tamil Nadu and Union Territory of Pondicherry. Even here, as we speak, preparations are on for voting tomorrow in the morning. So usually, by and large in Puducherry, voting has always been peaceful and in large numbers. So issues here would be local. That's the sense what we are getting here, and both the candidates are referring to local issues and not the national issues. Also, just like Tamil Nadu, here both the sides are seeing a formidable alliance. The Congress candidate has stitched alliance with the DMK and other parties, whereas the NR Congress has stitched alliance with ADMK and the BJP. Aishwarya?
Right. Thank you so much, Rajat, for all those updates there from Puducherry. Remember, election to the lone seat here will take place tomorrow in the second phase. And the Election Commission has ordered repolling in 19 polling stations of outer Manipur parliamentary constituencies following complaints of voter intimidation and destruction of EVMs and VVPATs. Repolling will be held in 11 polling stations in Senapati, 4 in Okhrul, 3 in Churachandpur and 1 in Chandel on Thursday. In the second phase of voting, the BJP had filed a complaint with the Manipur Chief Election Officer last week, alleging voter intimidation by the cadres of the National Socialist Council for Nagaland to vote for their candidate. The Naga People's Front has also alleged that EVMs were tampered with by opening 3 rooms at the Churachandpur DC office where the machines were kept after voting. Meanwhile, campaigning for the third phase of elections is picking up a pace. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is leading his party's campaign in Maharashtra and in home state Gujarat today. Prime Minister Modi will address a public rally in Ukluch in Maharashtra. Now, Ukluch falls under Madha Lok Sabha constituency, which will vote in the third phase on 23rd of April. And in Gujarat too, Prime Minister Modi will hold multiple rallies today. He will campaign in Himmatnagar, Surendranagar and in Anand. All the 26 Lok Sabha seats in the state of Gujarat will go to polls in the third phase, that is on 23rd of April. Indeed, campaigning has picked up pace for the third phase of Lok Sabha elections. Now, phase 3 of the general election will take place on 23rd of April, where 115 Lok Sabha constituencies will go to polls across 14 states and union territories. BJP National President Amit Shah will be in Maharashtra and Odisha for campaigning today. In Maharashtra, Amit Shah will be addressing a gathering in Tasgaon in the morning, which falls in the Sangli Lok Sabha constituency. This constituency is represented by Sanjay Patil of the BJP, who defeated Pratik Patil of the Congress in 2014. And thereafter, Amit Shah will travel to Odisha. In the afternoon, Amit Shah will be addressing a public gathering in Dhenkanal district. Then he will take part in another public gathering in Narsinghpur. Then he will also hold a roadshow in Cuttack in the evening. Voting in all these constituencies will take place in the third phase. And Rajnath Singh will be in Uttar Pradesh, where he will address some public meetings in Katra, in Shahjahanpur and in Billari district today, which falls under Sambhal. And Congress President Rahul Gandhi will be in Kerala today. He will take part in a coordination meeting of 3 parliamentary constituencies, Kannur, Kasargod and Odaka. Thereafter, he will visit Temple in Wayanad and address a public meeting at St. Mary's College ground in Wayanad. He is also scheduled to address more public meetings in Kozhikode, in Vandoor and in Palakkad districts. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday addressed two election rallies in Chhattisgarh, Korba and in Bhattapara town. Addressing an election rally in Bhattapara, Prime Minister Modi targeted Congress party by saying that these people are crossing limits daily. According to them, anyone whose name is Modi is a thief. What kind of politics is this? They have labelled a whole community as thieves only to get some applause.
इन्होंने तो एक पूरे समाज को चोर बोल दिया और वो भी सिर्फ तालियां बजवाने के लिए। आपके इस चौकीदार को नीचा दिखाने के लिए। ये मानसिकता है सल्तनत वाली मानसिकता है जो हर वंचित, पीड़ित, शोषित समाज को इस प्रकार की हीन नजर से देखता है और वे इसे अपना गुलाम समझता है।
And addressing a rally in Korba, the Prime Minister said that a Jal Shakti ministry will be formed by the new BJP government, ending water crisis in the country. He added that the Congress party lost connection with the people long back and doesn't understand what the people need.
कांग्रेस का इरादा गरीबों के लिए चलाई जा रही योजनाओं को बंद करने का है। यहां आयुष्मान भारत को बंद करके और भी कई योजनाएं बंद कर दी। अभी हमारे अध्यक्ष जी मुझे बता रहे थे, उन्होंने यही काम किया है। इसी तरह जो यूरिया है, जो सस्ता राशन गरीबों को मिलता है, ऐसी सरकारी सहायता को ये बंद करने का मन बना चुके हैं।
And Kriti Mishra is now joining us live from Bengaluru. Kriti, now polling day in Bengaluru this time falls between festivals. There is a weekend and of course the city's past record of people turning up at the polling booths is not good either. So what is your reading? How is the city geared up for the polling this time?
Well, Aishwarya, the electoral cacophony has ended and stage is all set for the first phase of elections in Karnataka, where 14 Lok Sabha constituencies would go for polls. Of course, the Election Commission has made all arrangements. Security has been beefed up. Around 90,000 police personnel have been deployed. There are 5 companies of central paramilitary forces. Flying squads have been set up to curb illicit cash and liquor. As far as urban apathy is concerned, in places like Bengaluru and other urban centres, the Election Commission has tied up with several restaurants offering discounts to the voters if they show indelible mark on their fingers. They've also conducted sweep programs across the state and also across the cities to encourage voters to come out and exercise their franchise in large number. And of course, it is a very high-profile contest, particularly in the first phase, because the grandsons of former Prime Minister H.D. Deve Gowda are in contest from Hassan and Mandya. Mr. H.D. Deve Gowda is also contesting from Tumkuru. There are other senior leaders and Union Cabinet Minister Sadanand Gowda, who is contesting from Bangalore South, and also senior leaders of the Congress party. So the Election Commission is all set to hold the elections, and as far as the highest number of candidates are concerned, they are in Bangalore North around 31 and the lowest in Hassan around 6. So, of course, the stage is set, and if I talk about the 2014 elections, out of these 14 seats, the BJP won 6, the Congress grabbed 6, and all the JDS could manage to retain 2. So the battle lines are drawn between the BJP and the Congress JDS combined, and the stage is set and voters are motivated to cast their ballot. Aishwarya?
Indeed, we also hope that voters are motivated enough to come out of their homes, even during the weekend and during the festivals, to come out and cast their votes. Of course, the Bangalore last year, if you look at the vote percentage, the Bangalore North, Central and South constituencies registered voting percentage in their 50s, which was much below the average voter turnout of 67.2% in Karnataka. But we are hoping that this time, of course, things will change. Thank you so much, Kruti, for all those updates there from Bengaluru. And Bengaluru is home to about a sixth of Karnataka's population. The state's capital sends 28 members to the 225-member Legislative Assembly and also has 4 Lok Sabha seats. Although Bengaluru generates a bulk of the state's tax revenues with the IT hub tag, but the branding sits at odds really with the myriad civic issues that are plaguing the city, right from traffic snarls to frothing lakes. Take a look at this special report.
The first impression of the Belandur Lake in Bengaluru is a vast expanse of snow and snowflakes floating in the air. Unfortunately, the reality is quite different. What looks like snow is actually harmful snow-white froth that floats up from the city's largest lake and spills over into the neighboring areas. The city's decaying nature is symbolized by this lake, which catches fire every now and then after a deadly cocktail of untreated chemicals and sewage is emptied out into its water.
पहली प्रॉब्लम तो ये है कि बहुत सा जो ये फोम आ जाता है, ये सड़कों पे आ जाता है, तो इसकी वजह से एक तो प्रॉब्लम है व्हीकल्स को और लोगों को आने जाने में, और सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है स्मेल की. तो अभी तो फिर भी ठीक है, लेकिन ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ रेन मतलब ऐसी हालत हो जाती है कि ब्रीथ करना भी बहुत इम्पॉसिबल जैसा हो जाता है.
A garden city that first turned into the country's IT capital became a pensioners' paradise and is now a startup town. The colossal speed of Bengaluru's growth has brought several growing pains. City's image has been dented by its problems with garbage pile-ups and traffic snarls and crumbling public infrastructure.
बेंगलुरु में जो है सबसे बड़ा इशू है ट्रैफिक का. लोग ज्यादा हो गए इधर, पूरे इधर से उधर से सब आ रहे हैं. इतनी ट्रैफिक नहीं थी पहले, जैसा कि एक 5 साल 10 साल पहले तो कोई नहीं था इधर. अभी इतने लोग हो गए हैं, हमको ही पता नहीं बेंगलुरु कितना फैला हुआ है. हम इधर के ही हैं, लेकिन हमको पता नहीं है कहाँ कहीं भी जाओ आपको ट्रैफिक ही मिलती है.
The road to Karnataka Lok Sabha victory is paved with Bangaloreans' votes, and this reality has forced all the contenders to draw up special campaign for the city. With a dedicated manifesto for India's tech hub, Bengaluru region, the parties are planning to modernize city's infrastructure. Since the lakes have catchment areas for the collection of rainwater, an ill-maintained lake could mean increased dependence on already depleting underground water resources. In the region where the Belandur waters flow thick with filth and foam, election promises are easy to come by but difficult to fulfill.
Frothing lakes, rising air and water pollution, decline in the tree cover. All these are clear manifestations of environmental decadence in Bengaluru. The issue has been debated for quite some time now, but nothing much has changed on the ground. Will 2019 usher in the new era? We'll wait and watch. Reporting from Bengaluru, with camera person Junaid Iqbal Khan, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
And ahead of the second phase of polling in Tamil Nadu, the Income Tax Department has seized 1.48 crore rupees in cash in overnight raids in Theni district in the state. Now, authorities conducted a search at a store in Andipatti in the Theni Lok Sabha constituency on Tuesday night, following inputs about suspected cash there. The shop was believed to be run by a supporter of the TTV Dinakaran-led AMMK. An argument broke out between AMMK workers and the officials, which led to the police firing shots in the air as well. And the Income Tax Department also carried out raids in the house of DMK leader Kanimori in Tamil Nadu's Thoothukudi on Tuesday amid allegations of a huge cash for votes racket in the state. A team of 10 people conducted the search along with the Election Commission flying squad. The raids come as the Lok Sabha elections in Vellore were cancelled following a huge cash haul, allegedly from the house of a DMK candidate. Remember, Kanimori is the DMK candidate for the Tuticorin seat. All right, so let's get you some other news now. Mahavir Jayanti, the birth anniversary of the 24th and last Jain Tirankar, Lord Mahavir is being celebrated across the country today. It is one of the most sacred days for Jain community. The followers of Lord Mahavir celebrate this festival by chanting prayers, offering prasad and participating in chariot processions. President Ram Nath Kovind and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu have greeted the people on the occasion. In a message, the President said that Lord Mahavir's message of peace and non-violence has enriched our cultural heritage. The Vice President said in his message that Lord Mahavir's teachings are universal and therefore relevant to the entire world. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi also wished the people on Mahavir Jayanti. In a Twitter message, he said that Lord Mahavir is a shining beacon of tradition whose exemplary teachings have furthered the spirit of peace, harmony, brotherhood and non-violence. The top international news now. Voting in Indonesia's presidential and parliamentary polls is underway in the world's biggest single-day election. More than 192 million Indonesians are eligible to vote in presidential and parliamentary elections today, with 2,45,000 candidates vying for votes in what has been described as the world's biggest single-day election. The presidential race is a rematch of the 2014 contest, with incumbent Joko Widodo taking on ex-General Prabowo Subianto. Now, polling is scheduled to close at 6 p.m. GMT, and a series of quick counts are expected to give preliminary results within hours. However, the Election Commission will announce the final result in May. It is a unique election as it is the first time that the country's presidential, parliamentary and regional elections are all taking place on the same day. And massive thunderstorms lashed several parts of Pakistan, killing at least 39 people and injuring 135 others. Heavy rain and storm caused by a westerly wave uprooted electricity poles and trees in different parts of the country and also damaged properties on Monday. Thunderstorm in Punjab province resulted in the collapse of several buildings, killing at least 10 people, including 2 women. According to media reports, intermittent downpour in western, central and northern parts of the country for the past few days has rendered mud houses susceptible to collapse, while landslide and flash floods in some areas have already made several mud areas dangerous for travel. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Breakfast News. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.